What is Gestalt theory? Well, Gestalt theory was aptly defined by Wolfgang Köhler when he said, there are wholes which, instead of being the sum of parts existing independently, they give their parts specific functions or properties that can only be valued in relation to the whole in question. Now, what he was saying was the value of individual pieces of a group can only be understood or valued in the context of their collective value together. Because independently they have value, but if you add up the independent values, the sum of those does not equal the value of the whole. So to fully understand the value of that individual piece, you have to understand what role they play in the greater whole when they come together. So with that being said, this pertains heavily to the concept of grouping and what we do mentally. Grouping concerns putting things together based upon characteristics of stimuli that cause us to structure or interpret a visual field or problem in a certain way. So by putting things together, it affects how we mentally process those things collectively. And once again, this harkens back to Köhler's statement that as a whole, the total value, or what this means collectively, is far different than the sum of the individual pieces. So some common laws of organization that apply to grouping, and particularly apply to our perception, our cognition, our problem-solving ability, is how we group things. We group things based upon proximity, their closeness together; similarity, that is how closely they are alike in nature; closure, that is, do these things put together form parts of a whole, or that is, if you put these things together, does it form one complete whole? And then simplicity, that is based upon simple characteristics that we can identify about something. We'll put groups of things together that possess that same characteristic. So all of these things helped us to mentally process things, but then it helps us to understand, okay, if we do group these things together, we can understand the value of the group as a whole. And this goes to the heart of Gestalt theory and why it is applicable to organizational behavior and management.